Indomie National Kids Cup. And that one will start on the 21st of May and end on Children's Day, May 27th. The final game will be live on television, on Channels TV. And there's a little surprise for the kids on Children's Day. I've not been authorized to say it yet, but let's just flow along. When the right time comes, we'll give you that little secret. All right. Tooks, I'm sure you are probably hoping that you could roll back the hand of time and have a chance to be like one of those kids that will be taking part in season 5.
Exactly. Like one of the schools that will be partaking in this competition. You know, that was the school that I went to. That was talking about Methodist Primary School. No, should be expect a lot of skills from those guys, because this is a school whereby you see a lot of stars, young stars, whereby I know they will do very, very well in this competition because they have a way of producing good players. So I think the excitement.
When you were in the school those days, did you have this kind of opportunity?
No, because something like this, we don't normally see it at all. But right now, I think these guys, these young lads, they have this opportunity right now, and they are opportune to showcase the skill which they have, because a lot of them, they do have it. They are talented.
The skills, the way God put it there.
Yeah, they are talented. It's not that these kids, they learn how to play this game, but they have this
innate ability.
Yeah, within them. So they are going to showcase it, and I think it's going to be fun to watch these kids play. All
right, let's move away now. Tomorrow, you will be seeing some of the highlights of some of those games, the goals, the celebrations, the thrills, the frills, the tears, all of that from tomorrow. But let's step up. Dumnodi, Super Eagles getting ready for busy schedule in June. Coach Stephen Keshi will be missing Emmanuel Emenike. There's no argument about that. Emenike, we are told, is back in training, but Emenike will be out because he won't be ready on time and fit enough to be part of the games in June. But Coach Stephen Keshi is already looking at Mike Eneramu, looking at Joseph Akpala as a likely replacement for Emmanuel Emenike. Like for like players, if you ask me. Maybe Akpala is a little more skillful anyway, but Eneramu is also a power player, and he has scored plenty of goals this season.
Yes, when you look at but when was the last time Eneramu played for the nation? I think it was after the
2010
World Cup qualifiers, after the Kenya game, I guess, or maybe the first.
No, he played the qualifiers for 2012.
I think
against Guinea. Against Guinea. That was his last game against Guinea. Yeah. But the game we lost 1-0 in Conakry.
Then if you look at that, I think, but going to his club, he's been very consistent, scoring goals week in, week out. Akpala, since moving to Werder Bremen in the German Bundesliga, he's had maybe 19 appearances, just one goal for the Bundesliga side, and it's not. I don't know how fit is going to be. Because when you talk of match fit, is going to be, because he's not been having enough playing time at the Bundesliga side.
That's Akpala.
I don't know, but
he was injured for a while.
He just came back from injury.
Yeah, and as you said, we don't know how much, as Dumnodi said, Tooks, we don't know how fit Akpala is, so maybe the choice could be Mike Eneramu.
Yeah, if we look at both players, like you said, they are both power players and they are good, but for me, I think Akpala is, very, very skillful compared to Eneramu. Because if you look at the goal he scored for the Super Eagles, the last time he played for them, that was the game we played in France in the 2010 World Cup
build-up friendly game.
So I think, but like Nadia said, both players right now, look at their fitness. For me, Eneramu is fitter, compared to the games he has played, and scoring 11 goals for Silver Sport this season. It shows that he will be, the player that we will need right now to come in to take the place of Emenike, who is injured. So I think we need someone like him right now. Since Anichebe, who I feel would have been a better replacement for Emenike, I said that he's not ready for the Super Eagles right now, that he wants to concentrate on playing for his club right now. So I think Eneramu will do well coming in for the team.
All right, and today we were told that Coach Stephen Keshi, I think France Mending Mission, was with the Minister of Sports and the top brass of the Nigerian Football Federation, had almost 3 hours of meeting, and I'm sure that at that meeting, all the issues from the past that could affect the future were trashed out, so everybody's on the same page. Keshi wants to lead the Eagles to 2014 World Cup. NFF want to be at the World Cup in 2014. The Sports Ministry also want Nigeria to be at the World Cup in 2014. So let everybody work together towards achieving the goal. I think there are 3 hours of meeting, according to sources. And at the end of the meeting, everybody came out and said, look, we are united. Forget about the past. Or whatever happened in South Africa belongs to the past now. Let's move forward. I think that's a step in the right direction. So we can only wish and hope that all of this will translate into a victory for us against Kenya and against Namibia. After victory against Kenya and Namibia, any other thing that can happen, even we can be losing anyhow at Confederation Cup. Once we can get victory in Kenya and Namibia, we are on course for the World Cup.
Because
for me, top priority.
Those are the most 2 difficult matches that we have.
Top priority for us.
Exactly.
All right, but I'm not saying we should go to Confederation Cup and lose embarrassingly. We'll still come back and call for the head of the coach if that happens anyway. But Dumnodi, let's talk about Rangers now. Another opportunity for Rangers to stay on the continent and do Nigeria proud, and that comes in the CAF Confederation Cup. But it's a tough, tricky test that Rangers is facing. Top Tunisian side, CAF Confederation.
Yes. Thank God it's not TP Mazembe.
Well, I was told that these teams that drop from the CAF Champions League will not meet themselves. So we're lucky that Mazembe dropped from Champions League.
But of course, it's not much of it's not some team from the Central Africa where you have those hostile environment where you can't go.
North Africa can also be hostile.
They can be hostile, but they have a free-flowing kind of football. But I think CAF is going to be a top one for Rangers, former champions of this competition. So, but if you look at the way, maybe Rangers just shake up the defeat of Victor Libolo going to this game. They shouldn't see this game as a lesser competition, because last year Joliba crashed out, came to this stage, and got to the final.
Even if Leopards crashed out.
No, if Leopards. They started the race. They started the race with the competition. They started with Atlant.
Okay, Atlant. That's true.
Yeah. So it was only Joliba that crashed out. They went straight to the final of the.
Usually, when the team crashes out of the CAF Champions League and they drop into the Confederation Cup, they go far. So let's hope that will be the case with Rangers. Yeah, but the pictures are on your screen, folks. Stade Malien losing finalist. Okay, it was Joliba that was losing finalist, but they won it before. Stade Malien have won it. I think about 2 or 3 years ago they won it. Stade Malien. They'll be taking on LLB Academic. Rangers of Nigeria against CX Fatien of Tunisia. This is a Moroccan derby.
Moroccan derby
in Rabat. Yeah, Royal Armed Forces against Union Sportive of Rabat. So that's a derby. Anything can happen in a derby of that nature. CA Bizetin of Tunisia against Ismaili. Another North African derby in that one. US Bitam, remember them? Yeah. Knocked out Atlant. Atlant failed to show up for the return leg. They were taking on Oston Setif.
The team that AC Leopard beat.
Yeah, to get to this stage. JSM Bejaya will be taking on Etoile du Sahel. Yeah. So it's a North African derby as well. TP Mazembe against Lega Mukulmana. You remember Lega, they were the one that tore apart Lubi Stars of Makodi. So they are up against TP Mazembe, but they can fancy their chances. And then St. George of Ethiopia were almost making it through to the group phase of the CAF Champions League. So they will be taking on MP of Egypt. So these are the 3rd round fixtures of the CAF Confederation Cup. Whoever goes through from this 2-legged affair will go to the round robin stage. So wish Rangers the best of luck. But the Rangers should have picked a few lessons from how they crashed out in the CAF Champions League that should help them progress in the CAF Confederation Cup.
If they had played very well at home, they would have been.
They lost the game at home.
They lost the game after a goalless draw, even though they scored an away goal. Even though the Angola scored their 3rd goal towards the end of the game. Because after the first goal, Rangers pulled one back, and the Angola had to just clear up everything towards the end of the game. But if Rangers had been very clinical at home, because they lost a lot of scoring chances.
If they had few goals at home.
That game would have been 3-1. I think Rangers would have gotten more comfortable. For this one, you have to be chasing the game because you needed to just get a score draw or win. You have to push more way forward. But if they had won convincingly in Enugu, they would have gone there more like a last side, then try to play to see if they can.
Strategy.
Yes, try to see if they can put some of the Angolas are very rampaging side. Because the way they scored that first 2 goals shows that they have an intent of winning that game. So that would have been a better advantage for Rangers if they had won convincingly at home. They know that these guys want to come out and you can success on this opportunity.
One thing for me about this Rangers game with CX Passing is just that though it's a difficult game, no doubt, but I think another twist to it is that, if you look at the Rangers team, 4 of their key players I don't know how they are going to do it. The likes of Adbim, the likes of Umba, also Emeka Eze, who are being invited by the Super Eagles, they will be leaving for Germany on the 16th.
They will not be available.
They will not be available. And if you look at Alaji Gero also,